like that. The second time, I think I was there in Kenshi just a few days, and he jowed everybody to Vrindavan. So I went to Vrindavan. I returned there late in the evening. Parvati was then the bag woman that did the money for Ram Das, and he came over and told me, I have a message from an elder to take care of you. I'll give you whatever you want. What do you need? I said, I think I need about $25 to get to Vrindavan, because I'd been traveling already for 6 or 7 months with no money, and it just seemed to work, you know. So back to Maharajji. So I saw him again in Vrindavan, but I came late, and no one was in the front. And some lady who was singing in the kirtan room came out. And I untuned my guitar and tuned it up to where they were, and I went in this room and I started singing Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Then I went back out, and I sat under these bushes that were there, kind of hoping no one would see me, because I don't know why, but... And then these footsteps came by, and this voice, Sadhu Ma, Sadhu Ma, Sadhu Ma, Sadhu Ma, Sadhu Ma. And then Dada, I think it was, said, Maharajji, I'll see you, come. So I was taken into the room, and he looked at the guitar and pointed to the guitar. I think Krishna Das was there at that time in the room. And he started strumming my guitar with his toe and singing Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. And told me I would be fine, that I should go to the hotel and stay at the hotel. So I said, Baba, ne paisa? Ne rupiah? And he said, ne paisa? I said, no. And so he said, yes, you do have paisa. And when I left America, somebody gave me a dime with a hole on it, put it around my neck, and said, well, if we ever see you again, you'll have a dime for a phone call. So I pulled it out, I remembered. I said, yes, I have paisa. And he started laughing. And he said, okay, I could stay there. And he fed me.
At Kenshi.
I'm in Vrindavan.
In Vrindavan.
And so he said I could stay there. So I got a room, I think, at Goenka's at that time. And I stayed there for some time with him. And then were the only 2 times, really, meetings with him that I had, other than daily. If you were fortunate enough to be called, mostly I remember him opening the door and yelling for Radha all the time. And like Paul, I would get through these emotions of jealousy and rage, and why is he, she's my mother, he would say, Radha, Radha, and he'd be patting these people, and Sita, you know, and I went through changes like you did, Paul. But something changed at that time for me, meeting him and being with him. It changed my life so thoroughly that you could say I've been fixated at his feet for a long time now. And that no matter what came in and out of my life, and what people and teachers came in and out, I always ended up sitting at his feet. And at that time in Kenshi, he told Sadhu Ma, he said, Miss Sadhu Ma, should she stay with you? Since that time, I've heard this. And Sadhu Ma said she didn't know any Westerners, that he kept her behind a screen in those days. So she had not known any Western devotees. And that was the first time that he had called a Western devotee in. And he asked Sadhu Ma, can she stay with you? Sadhu Ma didn't know how to respond to that. And so then I found out later that when people came to see him, he would sit them, with the mothers were there, he would sit them people with the mothers, with the Lucknow mothers, with the Kenshi mothers, with the Vrindavan mothers. And as the years goes on, then women, both Western and Eastern women, Indian women, where he sat them is where they ended up being now in their old age and their retirement. So if he sat somebody with a Lucknow Ma, that Ma wasn't there now in Lucknow. So I found myself going every year to Kenshi to see Ma, and I ended up in Kenshi anyway, you know, certainly inside I'm in Kenshi this moment. And yeah, it's real.